yeah, how is everybody? So we're gonna go one step closer to the mythical how to draw hair video. We're gonna learn how to. Okay, we're gonna do some studies, uh, some hair techniques, and try to make the thing on our heads look better. Is hair similar to fur? Well, fur is a kind of hair. And if you're drawing like an animal character, there's some parts of their fur that might be like human hair. Although I think that if you were to draw fur, it would have a different sort of effect. So I'm gonna use an especially big canvas here. Alright, where are we gonna start? Okay, let's just doodle something. Let's draw a character that's already familiar first, so that it's just like, hello, hello. Just draw a familiar character first, so that we can Limbus. Oh, there's some teasers up. Is that something for Mersault and something for Heathcliff? Not actually quite sure what that's supposed to be. Yeah, I said start simple, but it's good. Let's draw Ishmael. Ishmael, as you can see, has very, very complicated hair. She has it's very long and wavy. It reaches up to her knees. So we'll just draw a head. Or Hongdu. I kind of want to try to do the wavy style that Ishmael has. We'll get to Hongdu later. So let's observe how it looks in her character art. These bits on the side of her head. Her bangs are kind of messy. They're all coming from different directions. She has, of course, her headband. Don't you dare forget it. But this one's just gonna be like a lead. Her hair accessory. Oh, this is just regular Ishmael for now. He has. This is her head. I tried to draw Ishmael once and I winged the entire hair part. Well, it appears that, yeah, the Project Moon artist has, employed that same strategy. Like, her hair is one big shape, but it's filled with other shapes to indicate the flow of hair. You watched the Intervalo trailer yet? Oh, wait, I haven't seen it yet. Nope. Let me check it out. Wait a minute. Arknights posted the trailer for the new event. Let me fangirl very quickly. That Butler Ishmael Manager Esquire. Actually, you reminded me that I had like a work in progress of Butler Ishmael, but I haven't finished it yet. I was gonna draw some fan art of her. Like, I had this whole fancy background, but then I never finished it. Just kind of been left there. I genuinely think Ishmael's hair could be split into 3 parts due to how long it is. Yep, that's true. Hang on, I'm looking for a good reference image that was drawn later because Project Moon's art style sort of updates over time. Here, her Scotty collab thingy. So for the bottom parts of her hair, let's look at her like face art first. There's so many. I have so many tabs up right now. Yeah, some of the IDs, some of the characters' hairstyles do tend to change between IDs. Okay, I'm gonna watch the Intervalo trailer right now. I am currently looking at it. My eyes are processing it right now. Something about the back doors. I'll still try to add like non-hair related stuff. Oh! Ring student. Bygone Days Eagle. Okay. I hope you guys like Minecraft music because I'm going to be using it a lot. I have a lot of copyright claims to deal with on my channel and I don't want to have any more. Oh, he's a furry! Sorry. There's a few of these music stuff that doesn't get me copyright claimed. Just want to draw like her body so that there's places for her hair to flow. Stirring relics and stuff. Oh, it's for something else for Rodion. What I thought was Heathcliff's logo was actually Rodion's. I'm a fake fan. But the new IDs actually look pretty cool. Interesting. All our sinners are turning into furries. Bring home new. Oh right, shouldn't that banner be up right now? If somebody claims a gotcha, then I'll roll on the banner. Intervalo is next week. Yes, but what about Hongnu and Faust? Oh yeah, I already got them. I have such a short memory. Anyway, speaking of, yeah, we'll definitely be streaming Art Nights next week. But then I'm a bit confused because I'm not really sure about like the time. Like Art Nights is social media announces the times, but I don't know if they mean AM or PM, so it's kind of left there guessing to see if the banner will come out, you know, when I'm streaming. We'll get Zima Alter soon. Oh yeah, I've seen that. Sort of. Okay, enough body. Let's draw her hair. I'll add some more bits to the side. So the way they usually draw Ishmael's hair is, like, so there's the long part, like this. Bunch of shapes that are sort of like that. Oh, something like this. The PM artist also lament drawing her hair because I sure do. I mean, I'm fairly certain, like, when it's time to give her a new ID, let me just look at her IDs. To give her a new ID or ego, like her Kira ID doesn't, from what I recall, her hair doesn't really show much in that one. She's wearing a hood. Maybe they do. Maybe they are tired of drawing her hair. But her chunks off, but her Walpurgis ID, yeah, there is a lot of hair there. Although they do tend to simplify the texture. The manager Esquire, I have a question. Yeah, sure. Fire away. You think of your ego, what would it be? Big ego. Well, okay. Maybe like something CD related. Or something related to, holograms. I'm thinking about the ego gears. If I had ego gear, okay, so the gift earrings, of course. These earrings, the ones that I have on right now. The suit would be my holographic jacket, but longer. I thought this was a stream with rabbits. Rabbits? Where are the rabbits? Where are the rabbits at? Weapon, you get a shiny sword, because why not? Those are cool. A hairy situation? I haven't spent my carrots in Uma Musume, so if anybody claims a gacha, I'll probably just roll it there. Let me just try to make sense of this hairstyle. Just to be simple, let's just have it in somewhat static state. the hair doesn't usually fall in the same direction, so that's one of the things that I have a hard time doing. Like, hair, okay, I'm looking at, if you look at, you know, the art in gachas and in Nimbus, the hair kind of comes in layers. They, the hair, it like falls in different directions, so you'll have like bits that are like this. Have bits that inside it are like this, and then bits that are like this. And it's kind of hard to, like, you know, make everything make sense. You add some extra bits if it's feeling a bit, like, it's not, like, heavy enough, I guess. I think it would be easier to, demonstrate the layer stuff on her, like, the short bits that she has on the side of her head. So it's sort of teardrop shaped, which means, like, there's hair that goes like this and there's hair that goes like that, so there. It's like that. That, then it's in here. It's just regular Ishmael. I am using references from her regular form and her Christmas form. The Christmas ego. You also keep in mind where it's coming from, like her ribbon. Yeah, see, there's like a bit up here that overlaps with the rest of it, so I just kind of sound like an idiot. Yeah, this is what I have trouble with, but we'll figure it out together. Now let's do the other side. Try to be a bit more bold with how I overlap things. Also, something that I usually forget and that you would do good to remember is that hair strands are not all the same size. So you'd have some that are have some thick ones and some thin ones. So what can you turn into an ego and what you, or ID, what you choose, manage, or aspire? Maybe the, well, Queen of Hatred is already taken, so like, it's another one. okay, while we're on the subject, thought you'd say index ID. The blind obsession. Yeah, the blind obsession ego looks really cool. I like that. I just really like the, you know, fluorescent design that it has. Well, how hairy the situation? Yeah, I'm drawing Ishmael as, like, some sort of warm-up. So, yeah, pretty hairy. Also, if you're gonna draw, like, an existing character, pay attention to how their hair is drawn. You can take some liberties, but, yeah, at least try to follow important shapes like the bangs. Hello. Porridge. I had arroz caldo a couple of days ago. It was really good. Hairy situation sounds weird without context. Is it a grudge situation where hair grows out the corners of your house? Sounds like a mold problem. You probably need to get that checked. Is there a creepypasta about that? Although I feel like if a creepypasta like that existed, it would be like a parody of one. Since you're using digital, do you use reference materials from different mediums or only digital works? Well, okay, some of the most popular reference materials, like, you know, pictures of people taken from real life, either pictures I take myself or pictures that I have, so yeah. But if I want to, wait a minute, actually, like, hold on a second. Paintings. Paintings might offer some wisdom on how to draw hair. Portraits. The first thing that pops up when you search portrait is the girl with the pearl earring, which is a painting of a girl where you don't see her hair. Okay. Like, the copies of paintings online, they don't really let you look too much at the details. Like, I can see that a lot of detail was put into Mona Lisa's hair. That would be nice if I could see it. Also, I have this, like, doll body figure. This figure that this is specifically for posing. I only use it for poses though, so it's not gonna be relevant in our context. Because there is no hair on this figure. Had one of those figures for reference. Now I don't know where it is. Yeah, stuff easily gets lost, so I've kind of been... I'm usually very protective of the stuff I have, so that it doesn't get lost. Keyword usually. Sometimes I'll just leave something and then I'll be like, where is it? And then it's like, oh, well, it's right there. But then the place I left it is usually different from the place I remember leaving it. Crazy. Teleportation powers. It walks while no one is looking. What in the Toy Story is this? Actually, say there is something interesting in how paintings draw and how hair is portrayed in paintings, especially if it's like a person with a beard. Since they're, you know, like a lot of the stuff that I will be talking about here would still apply if you're drawing on paper. But the stuff about like coloring might need a bit of adjustment depending on what you're using. Like, of course, what I'm doing on digital might not work if you're coloring with pencils or markers or whatever. But, you know, just adapt accordingly. I used to use markers a lot, markers and colored pencils, but nowadays I just do a lot of digital. Okay, let's draw the rest of her hair. Yippee. Old century portrait paintings will always be creepy to me if they're in a mansion. Is it haunted? Yeah, you know, there's always the whole haunted painting thing, like, ooh, spooky, the painting actually moves. That's crazy. Adjusting her coat so that it's more in line with the rest of her outfit. Okay. Hello! I would laugh about it in the broad daylight or crime with people, but the thought of being alone in the mansion with that is creepy. Actually, that's... yeah. Like, oh, look, it's moving, and then it's like... But wait a minute, isn't a VTuber sort of like a moving picture? Like, I'm a drawing that moves. Am I scary? I feel like the concept of VTubers might be scary to some. I know there are VTubers with like a more horror-oriented aesthetic, but I'm not just talking about those. Like, there are people that are afraid of dolls, even if they're not like necessarily creepy sorts of dolls. So maybe there are people that are afraid of VTubers. Like, you know, I'm just, like, I'm just still the whole time, and then I just go, what's up? Remember a horror story like that with portraits? Pretty neat. Imagine an anime-styled portrait in a mansion. And then it starts moving. Dolls will steal your soul. Play now. Like, you just hear, I'm Barbie! And then suddenly, your soul is gone. Okay, just... if you're in this particular stage where everything looks like a mess, don't worry. This is the mythical ugly phase that everybody speaks about. Everybody goes through it, there's no avoiding it. You will rise above it. VTubers are scary. I remember when I watched a VTuber and the VTuber said, "Hello, Zachary098809. Scariest experience I ever felt in my life. Almost died out of fear there." Did you chat in the chat or were you lurking? Because if you were lurking, then that might actually be kind of creepy. Like, what? Okay, let's look for somebody that's lurking in the chat. Oh, if hair is your power, what are you without it? Bald, that's what. Would be scarier if you super chat a VTuber and they react to you. That's so scary! Oh my god, I hope that doesn't happen to me. Okay, let's just let's start again. Let's go back to the basic hair shape of fish now. Have that. I have that. I hope that this makes sense because you're suddenly watching a stream and then the VTuber in the corner goes, "It's autumn time," and then you just collapse. Okay, you have this shape. You have like all of the hair stuff. What did happen to its Goofy Time comic? Goofy Time? What's Goofy Time? Oh, oh that one! That's Goofy Time! No, Dad, no! I didn't know that was the original. I'd always seen the edited version of that meme. Okay, if there are any clueless people that are also like me that don't know what I'm talking about, I am referring to this meme. It's Goofy Time! No, Dad, no! I've always seen like, you know, somebody else's face on top of Goofy's, and then like, the belt is replaced with some other item. Alright, time to go back to the reference for like the hair layers and stuff. So, okay, there might be some holes and gonna try to draw the okay. Ah, this is difficult. Try something similar to a saucepan. Do you have Discord? No, no Discord server. We don't need to learn about hair dynamics if we make them all bald. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, bald. Everybody is bald now. I don't care. Bald world. It's a world of baldness. All around me are balding faces. Worn out places. Worn out faces. Yeah, we all start off as bald. Some of us just, we either grow past being bald or don't. That's the circle of life. Humanity's default state is bald. There's a tutorial I can look. Oh, wait, no, I can't look at other tutorials because people might accuse me of copying. Actually, that's like something that. Like, there's a lot of hair tutorials on the. There's a lot of hair tutorials online, like books, internet videos. Enter the world bald and we leave the world bald. Indeed. Remember you were bald, and to bald you will return. We have some of the hair layers here. Alright, in somewhat more basic art styles. Like, the layers will just be sort of a suggestion. In anime art styles, like, drawing the layers of the hair is super important. So, yeah, no pressure. Let's look at our references. My references are just like the Limbus Company art. I've escaped. Are we talking about bald superiority? Yes. We are talking about how humanity's natural state is indeed to be bald. Speaking of the copyright strikes, I think now would be a good time to ask this certain question. Like, I have a lot of old VODs where I use a lot of copyrighted music. I didn't think the music was gonna be copyrighted, in my defense. We will point to it every time King Neptune reveals it. My eyes! My eyes! We try to, you know, make the outlines a bit sharper. Shaving your head and being bald is super humbling. I haven't shaved my head before. I thought about doing it, but yeah. Apparently, the problems that come with having hair also... The problems that come with having hair, you know, there are also problems that come with shaving your head. Like, apparently, if you will feel the weather on your scalp. Like, it's just right there. I had a teacher who shaved her head once. She didn't have a shaved head when she was teaching, but she did say that she did it before, and that's what she said. Like, apparently, if it's really hot, then it's especially hot. Grow it out caveman style. Unga bunga. like you know in times like the 70s and 80s when all the guys had long hair and all the girls had longer hair. Could feel where the air conditioner was. Yeah, I need some cold air. And then like, it's right there. Okay, I might just rage quit about this. All this the natural flashbang that God has given us. To be bald is to be one of God's chosen people. I think there are actually some religions that do believe in this. Anyway. Wait a minute, is that spoilers? God said that to light. Okay, okay, my sketching style is super messy. It's a move in Dragon Ball called Solar Flare where the bald person temporarily blinds you. Oh, okay, here's what I have on the hair layers front. Just have them split at some point. Then here. Then go to different places. So There, I think this is starting to make a bit more sense. If it doesn't, just add more. Just, yeah. See? Easy peasy lemon squeezies. Use bald person as the headlight in their cars? Really? I didn't really see much Flintstones. Okay, is this making any sense to you right now? No, I was lying, but it sounds believable and that's what matters. Dang it! Thicken the pen. Thought it was real until I remembered that they use animals. Behold, the medium of the future. Anyone have a VHS player? Also like that. Okay, is this, you guys understand how this works? Do you know what a VHS player is? I do. I had one when I was very, very small. Must be got as a parrot. Used it to watch Teletubbies. Remember Teletubbies? Man, Teletubbies was kinda unhinged. Like, just the idea, like, okay, so we have this idea for a show for kids, right? What if there are these alien things? And, they don't... It's not really much of a story, they just do random stuff. Yeah, we didn't have... There was no streaming, so people recorded episodes of stuff on TV. Either by just recording their TV or, some other way. Okay, does this look at least sort of believable? I'm always really afraid that people are going to accuse me of using AI because the hair doesn't flow correctly. But yeah, you saw me draw all this live. You can see that this absolute mess is just 100% my hand. Just draw the rest of her body so that somewhere for just give her a face as well. Her beautiful face. Long sleeves are her best hacks for artists to avoid drawing hands. A hacker, I hacked the server owner I was in. I was doing stuff on Roblox and then suddenly somebody hacked. Like there was this whole hack that happened. I'm not really sure why. They probably just do it for fun, I guess. I haven't touched Roblox in like a year, I think. When did Dress to Impress do the Wicked collab? That was the last time I touched Roblox ever. Edward Scissorhands. Did a quick face. I was gonna draw some hands, but I forgot. Hands work again. Best NPC that players respect? Well, that would depend on which player you ask. Personally, okay, her coat is actually not this long. I like the NPCs of Kanto 8. I think I've already waxed lyrical about them. Hands being hard to draw, a psychological thing? From what I've heard, partially, yes. Like, you usually see you're always looking at your hand, right? Like, it's always in front of you, you're always, like, observing it in your mind, in your physical form. And then you start to try to draw it, and then it doesn't look like how you think it looks. And you're thinking like, well, it should be easy to draw. I always see my hands every day, at least that's what I think. Or something similar to that. Yeah, Leihang is cool. I like him. I even tried to roll for his announcer pack. No regrets. I like to hear him berate me whenever I lose. No? Also keep in mind that some parts might be thicker or thinner. Like here, this is technically the same like part of hair, but this one gets thicker. Oh. No. I gotta go now. Okay, thanks for coming. This will take my bald drawings to the next level. Great, can like carve out the shapes of hair, you know, like a sculptor that works with hair. I bet there actually is some sculptor that works with hair. Oh, that took longer. This was supposed to be our warm-up. I feel like that big quote meme of Li Shang from Milan. I can't believe I was in love with a chick. Milan was one of my favorite childhood movies. Raw harpoon. Wait, if I remember what a harpoon looks like, like a spear, right? Whee! Okay, there's a spear. Like a really long spear. There was a character in Homestuck who used a harpoon gun and his gun shot spears. There's no such thing as a live-action Mulan movie by Disney. Yeah, I think we could all do well by pretending that Disney's live-action catalog doesn't exist. From what I heard, not a lot of them are very good. Very few of them are actually good, so... Like, Cinderella was the first one and it was fine, but... I don't know, the more I think about Maleficent, I didn't mind Maleficent when I first saw it, probably because I have very low standards. But now, the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of, more I'm kind of annoyed by it. Yeah, the layer thing also applies to the bangs. Live action Cinderella is good. Yeah, because that was their first live action. I didn't really hate the Beauty and the Beast live action. I saw that one in theaters. Although apparently a lot of people don't like it. Although that might just be because I like Beauty and the Beast. But then everything else, like, I have no interest to see it, and it appears that other people don't either, so... Fault lies within you, Gangnam. Hey, sexy lady. Wait, I can't get another copyright strike. Oh yeah, you might notice that, like, some VODs have the Christmas and Halloween karaoke are down. I'm trying to look for ways to get them back up. I mean, like, have some sort of, you know, VOD available. If not the whole VOD, then at least a few of the good clips. Because I really don't want more copyright strikes. I mean, copyright claims. If only there was a way to isolate audio like Twitch does. Like on Twitch, you have, you can have your stream audio be one track and then your VOD audio be another track. So you can play copyrighted music and it won't show up in your VOD. Best Limbus Millie music has to be Tian Tian. Yeah, that's my favorite too. Before that, before I heard it, it was Patches of Violet. Just because it's really fun to sing all the parts. How much I wished for another, better, happier, brighter future. Here I am at the gate I stand. Even how much I suffered. All round and round we go. What must be the reason why? Okay, here's the big Ishmael hair study. Okay, we have okay, from what you can see here, layers basically. One word, layers. Okay, I'll just fix this one. That one doesn't really make all that much sense. So this looks very big and chaotic, but trust me, there is a method to this madness. Like onions. Yep, that's Ishmael. Hello. Like onions, hair has layers. I think it would be easier to do to show like the layers of hair in a simpler hairstyle. Like, let's look for someone with a simple hairstyle. Probably should have started simple. Um, Actually, I'm gonna be cheating here. Here's a doodle of Ryoshu that I made from a previous stream. So, okay, you can sort of see it here. You can sort of see it. So you have her front hair. And then, like, the hair, and then, like, there's this front layer of hair. Because of her cigarette, I might not be able to block out as much as I like. Here's her front layer. Here's a front layer of hair. That's what shows. What if bald? Oh, I wish. Then life would be so much easier. But you know, sometimes hair just feels right. There's this front strand of hair. I'll just redraw the cigarette smoke later. Oh. This front strand of hair that those hair things. See? And then, we'll make it darker. There's like a back layer of hair. So there's like the hair that goes to her back. That's like behind her head, and that's what that looks like. There's like, the layers get a bit thinner on the sides because of how hair works. That, and then you can also add, you know, like flyaway strands and stuff. Smoking isn't good for your health. Don't smoking. Okay, wait. Using the wrong brush. I'll just like red line it, or you know, lime green line it, so that whatever I'm babbling about here makes more sense. Okay, so there's the front hair. That includes the bangs and then the rest of the hair. This. But you know that back then they used to say that smoking was actually good for you? Like it was a treatment for some sicknesses. But now you're required to say that smoking is bad for you. Like that's just the rules. Alright, so there's the front hair. Let's pick another really bright color. There's this. the side hair. Sometimes the front hair might, overlap with the side hair. Over here is the back. Back is just a suggestion of shadow here, but it could probably add more to it. Oh, okay. This is just a kind of simplified explanation of what I've been babbling about this past hour. But then within those layers, there's also, other layers, like here, there. They just kind of indicate the flow of the hair. So, yeah. It's a bit easier to, it gets a bit tricky if you start getting into different kinds of hair. I must go. The mosquitoes are eating my flesh. Okay, don't let the mosquitoes bite. Will return in mobile form. Okay. Like, it gets a bit more complex if the hair is tied back, or if, like, if the hairstyle is a bit more... This sort of hair that I have right now, I think this was one of my main struggles when I was drawing my model. And if I am to draw my model again, then I'm going to really struggle. Yeah, I'll just copy and paste this into the other file. Just so it's there, so you can see it. Just making the colors. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why I made that sound. I'm not even drinking anything. Capcom doesn't have any company mascot, so they created one of the 80s and called him Captain Commando. Now it's Mega Man, and now there is no more Captain Commando. And Captain Commando. That sounds like a superhero that exclusively fights naked. But like, I kind of get what, like, you know, I understand the idea behind the name. It's like Capcom, Captain Commando, but like, did I not know what that was gonna mean? Oh yeah, he had his video game. He was in Street Fighter. He doesn't really look all that bad. I was looking at this manga about him. I'm looking at this manga cover with him. Yeah, that actually looks pretty cool. I like that. I miss the marker coloring style. Although it's kind of scary to do because you don't have the privilege of erasing your mistakes. He was a playable character in Marvel vs. Capcom. In the first two Marvel vs. Capcoms. Adventure Quiz Capcom World. Oh right, they have gone bought. Hasn't shown up in any other media since. Man, it's crazy how there are, you know, characters that are just able to get lost. I read this manga. I read this kind of old manga. It was like, they introduced like this set of main characters, and then I think like halfway through they just abandoned those characters. Like the focus of the manga changed to a different set of main characters. So, and I'm not talking about like JoJo where one story arc ended and then the other ended. We're still in the same story, and then like the main character focus just sort of shifted, and then the main characters that were introduced at the beginning just kind of got forgotten. Bit weird. I haven't seen that happen in the manga before. Like, imagine if halfway through Naruto, they got rid of Sasuke. Doodle yourself with Ishmael's hairstyle. This took me so long to draw, but you know, yes, I shall. You know what? There's nothing wrong with indulging a request every now and then. Captain Commando has a team too called Commando Team. So are they all Capcom mascots? Man, someone hasn't claimed a fun fact in a while. Where is people's thirst for knowledge? gotcha. Mummy and a baby in a mech suit. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like when I Google searched that, I think I saw like one such group. There are figures. That mech suit baby looks pretty funny. I'd buy that model. And I'll try to keep some parts of my hairstyle. My old hairstyle. This hairstyle is old. Current hairstyle. Okay. Now for the rest of her hair. Won't draw my body anymore. Didn't realize Yoshi Kitty is getting an Android. Oh right, the Sanrio poll. This is of the utmost importance. Sanrio character. What effect does the Sanrio character ranking have, actually? So I know that the Sanrio character ranking does carry some sort of importance, but I think that the winner of the poll gets like a special piece of merch or something. Who do I vote for? Who do I vote for this year? I think last year I just I gave my vote to I actually forgot. Who did I give my vote to last year? Maybe it's in my media. Maybe I just voted for Hello Kitty like I usually do every year. Cinnamon Roll had its time. Didn't Pom Pom Purin win last year? Looking at all of these new characters. Hey, Jewel Pets, that used to be quite popular back then. So Cinnamon Roll won for 2 years straight, I see. I think you can actually cast a vote for multiple characters. But I don't think you can vote for the same character. Kind of interesting to see all of these somewhat more obscure characters. Like, hey, I remember that, or, I haven't seen this before. Voting ends in 45 days. You can vote every day. But you can only vote for each character once per day. That's Maru. Oh. Hey, he exists. I bought something like Keropi. Like, I bought like a Keropi lip gloss when I went to Japan once. Of course I don't have the lip gloss anymore. It's long expired, but have you ever tried playing Osu? Indeed I have. I'm just not very good at it. Like your hairstyle but longer. Yeah, that's true. I just ended up copying my own, having my, just using my regular band style. You want Osu stream, play multi someday? Good idea. Sounds fun. I'll try it, and then you can berate me for being terrible. Is Kirimi-chan just a slice of fish? Basically, yeah. A slice of fish with arms and legs. There is like the Osu form that's basically just like your standard tappity rhythm game. So maybe I could sort of try that. I want to play more rhythm games. Because even though I am bad at them, they are very fun. I have Unbeatable in my list. What's your user? Well, here's the thing. I've played Osu, like, it's been a long time since I've tried Osu that I forgot. So, yeah, it looks a lot less messy now. I think, the weirdness of it all. Ishmael has pretty hair. Indeed. Make it smaller so that it fits with the rest of my clothes. far into Limbus have you gotten? I've basically finished all of the content. And I'm just waiting for some new ones. Yeah, we'll stream the Intervallo when it comes out. We could add spoiler tags to YouTube chat so that people could just talk about stuff and then just spoiler tag it if they need to. Because, you know, there might be stuff I haven't watched, stuff that people in chat haven't watched. But then people might also want to talk about it. Like, spoiler tags are really useful in Discord and Discord. Discord and Reddit, I think, are the places that have them. What did you think of Kanto 9 overall? Oh, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the House of Spiders. I think they're a cool group of antagonists. I enjoyed Yoshu's character development. Fights were kinda difficult. And I had a good laugh at the whole Fapoon thing. Favorite Kanto generally? I feel like the answer I give to this changes every time. Kanto 7? Kanto 7 or Kanto 8? Kanto 5 is also like fun narratively. I like Kanto 6, Forever Kanto 6. I do like it too. I enjoyed all of the stories to some degree, but of course there are some that I just enjoy more than others. I started reading Wuthering Heights after it. How did you find the book? We'll present the class with a 20-page book report. Just kidding, just kidding. Just how did you find it? Very good book. I hate how Joseph speaks. Well, thankfully they switched to Nellie's point of view pretty early. Like the writing. I used to enjoy reading, but then as I got older, like I just got less interested in books. Not books in general, like books for my age group. I'm sure there are some out there that I haven't read that are quite good. But a lot of it is just, let's just say, you can't exactly bring them out in public without getting weird looks. Usually don't read Wuthering Heights was my first in years. I'd say that's a good book to start with. I mean, they make you read it in schools for a reason. Like, I think that a lot more people would enjoy certain books if they hadn't had to read them in school. Because if you're being forced to read, then you just won't like it. But yeah, like I don't really have any sort of negative reaction to reading at school. So when I say, oh, I didn't like this book because I had to read it for school, I'm like, oh, that's sad. I got audiobooks. Yes, those are nice. I tried to listen to one of Damian. Like, it was from one of those websites where you could one of those websites where people could voice audiobooks by themselves, and then you could just like, and then you could listen to it. It's actually like much better to read, to hear the story. Although with the audiobook of Damien, I only managed to get through the first chapter. I should definitely continue listening to that. But it does seem pretty interesting, that introduction. Only Heathcliff I knew was a cartoon cat who looked similar to Garfield. Oh, that cat. I mean, I've never seen this cartoon before. But yeah, he does look kinda similar to Garfield. A bit more simplistically drawn. Wait, I need to vote in the Sanrio character poll. Guys, who do I vote for in the Sanrio character poll? For you, I will cast your votes today. My Melody? Oh, I like My Melody. Like, there was this cartoon, there was this anime about My Melody. That was cute. Like, there was this old cartoon, like, My Melody would visit this girl, and then she would help her out with her powers and stuff. And then Kuromi was there. Kinda crazy how Kuromi has managed to become more popular than My Melody, even though she's technically like a spin-off character. Yeah, there is an example in our previous discussion of spin-offs that became more popular. Me, I'm pretty basic. I usually just vote for Hello Kitty because Hello Kitty was a big part of my childhood. I had like Hello Kitty toys, and then I watched like the Hello Kitty cartoon. I'll cast a vote for My Melody as well. Wait, I forgot something. Heck yeah. Although, if Ishmael wore earrings, because her hair stuff, like, covers her ears. Oh well, I mean, it wouldn't be me if I didn't have those. So, yeah, I'll just take a short break. I shall return with more hair studies. returned. So, suppose now is a good time to ask if you guys have any questions about hair. Wait, there was this website that had, like, references for every hairstyle. Take a break, comes back in 3... Wait, how long are you expecting my commercial breaks to be? Like, you know... 20 minutes. There's too many hairstyles for me to ask a question for any of them. Actually, this thing that I'm showing you, where just draw the basic shape of the hairstyle and then just add the layers later on, should probably help you draw most hairstyles, if not all of them. Like, not even the commercial breaks on TV last 20 minutes. I just go eat something and forget about the stream. If I wanted to eat something, I would probably just bring it up here. I'd probably just take it to my streaming space and eat it. I don't watch TV. Oh, right. Man, you guys are spoiled. TV. You don't have to deal with commercial breaks. Hello. Hey, welcome back. Used to watch TV a few years back, but it's low-key boring. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not really interested in anything that's on TV. Yeah, I just watch YouTube videos these days. Nice drawings, thank you. YouTube and movies and stuff like that. Want a break from the ads? Like, I used Spotify for the first time in a while a couple days ago. And then, like halfway through the playlist I was listening to, I got the ad break, and then I was like, oh dang it. Okay, now I remember why I don't use Spotify. Okay, back then I used to have a subscription, but then I just didn't have one again. So now I'm like, okay. I see. Like, there's whole websites dedicated to hairstyle references. That's... Although I'm not really sure if I can use these pictures. Like, copyright is a thing. Alright, let me just try to do this to the best of my ability. Oh, I see. I'll keep that in mind. This is actually kind of difficult. Wait. I'm not sure how this. Yeah, I don't have a Discord server. I'm just not. I just don't really feel like having one. Oh. Uh. Wait. Okay. So, like, what did you do today? Well, I just did my usual stuff. Drawing, anything. I've been really into making friendship bracelets. Like, you know, the bracelets that they make out of string? It's fun. I used to do it a lot when I was a kid, but I haven't done it I haven't done it that much until now. I'm in the middle of making this pretty cool bracelet. It's just a basic pattern, but it just feels good to make. I also, you know, draw and stuff outside of the stream. And trying to resolve the mountains of copyright claims that I currently have. I understand it now. Glad to hear that. Like, if you're still in the sketching phase, do you knit? I crochet. I know how to crochet, but I'm having trouble finishing any projects. Like, I started one, but then I found out that it needed a zipper. I don't have a zipper. So that's probably gonna get put on hold until I acquire a zipper. What's the difference between knitting and crocheting? Okay, knitting has, two needles. These things. Crocheting only has one tool, the crochet hook. And, if, you know, different techniques, different motions. probably crocheted but never knitted. But there's a difference in the texture. There's a difference in the texture of the whatever you're gonna get from knitting or crocheting. Knitting is also you can't crochet with a machine. Like you can knit with a machine, but you can't crochet with a machine. That's a fun fact for you all. You know, I guess it also does good to remember the one of the rules of drawing. You don't have to draw everything, so if you want like a more simplified shape, then you could draw less lines than me right now. Who's that? Oh, that's um this is just a reference from a picture I found online. There's this website called thehairstyler.com that I'm using right now. I'll just leave a link to it in the description or in the chat. It's like a resource for hairstylists, of course, but you can also use it to find hairstyles to practice. It does help to practice from a real life reference. One day I will draw every single one of my lookalikes. Like there's a couple characters that I've been compared to in my time. I will draw them all. Hair plus glasses seems like a common character design. Here's the thing, a lot of the characters that people say I look like don't wear glasses. Like, usually it's just the hairstyle, not really like any of the other features like glasses. I got Teto speaking Cantonese. Oh, that's cool. Reminds me of the producer that uses Gumi English to sing in Japanese. You might have heard of Canaria, like King and Queen and NB Baby, like all of like the ones whenever they use Gumi's voice bank, it's always Gumi's English voice bank. I think she's just I guess there's like some difference with working with Gumi English than Gumi Japanese. Quiet. If she's got a bit of an accent, it sort of adds character. Not really that interested in Vocaloid. I only randomly came across it. Still, that's pretty cool. I've heard people try to tune Vocaloids into many different languages. I think somebody tried to make Miku sing in Tagalog. Of course, I can't play the song right now, but I came across a Vocaloid cover of a Tagalog song. It's like, hey, that's nice. Yeah, one of the chatters that came by some time ago on one of my other art streams, I think the topic was drawing with a mouse, and then they said to draw, basically, if you want to be precise on a mouse, then draw slower. I think, I've been trying to think the reason why a lot of my strokes tend to be this. Yeah, I'm going too fast. So, yeah, I should really try to make an effort to draw a bit more slowly. Then drawing slower, make your lines shakier. I suppose. Yeah, that's what I quickly observed. But maybe just like keep a pace. Make each line stroke more deliberate. This. This. Maybe I should draw more slowly. Like the felt resistance of rubber nib styluses. They imitate pencil and paper so well. I've never used those. I always just had the regular Apple pencil. Or just this. Like my current pen tablet is like plastic. Once I drew, I tried to draw on my dad's phone with my finger. Drawing with your finger on your phone is a lot more difficult than... it looks. Like you'd think, oh, the right finger, right? I mean, it's right on the tip of your hand. You should be able to do it with no problem, right? Wrong. That finger obstructs your view. Yeah, basically. Okay, I'll try to simplify this hairstyle. Because I don't think they tend to draw hair this fancy in anime. Like, in full illustrations, sure, they'll put some more detail into the hair. some art styles just call for a more simplified hairstyle. If you're going to draw wavy strands like this, think of it as being like ribbon. Gets thinner, has layers. Maybe pay more attention than I am doing here. Okay. Like, when it turns, it gets a bit... It's a bit thinner. This. Also add, like, some layers. There, I just showed 2 ways to draw, like, okay, not 2 ways, like, here's a... Also add, like, yeah, stuff like this to indicate the way the hair flows. Like, add... Am I making sense right now? So, yeah, like, it's... Hair kind of looks like a ribbon. Like, look at my hair, look at the curly bits on my hair. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but... Yeah, something like that. It's like a spring. Or a ribbon, like I said. Alright, next. Alright, now we will simplify this somewhat complicated hairstyle. Oh, yeah. Golden rule of drawing. You don't always have to draw everything. So just like draw the bits that are kind of left open. Draw some lines so that you know where stuff goes. But you don't have to draw all the lines. I believe this is how they draw hair in some animes. Like, just draw... You don't need to draw everything like here, just kind of give the idea of hair. Let me look up some references. Okay, when it comes to anime, the texture of the hair will usually like come through with coloring and shading and stuff. So you don't have to draw every single strand like I did here. Just draw a few lines. Off topic, but the new Interval trailer came out for Olympus. Yeah, I saw it just earlier. Pretty cool. Manga. I'm trying to look for examples from manga. Well, who's like a character from a manga with like curly hair or wavy hair? And the individual artist. Yeah, that's true. I just want to try doing it in a less detailed manner. Oh yeah, let's look at Nami from One Piece. Because she has her short hairstyle at first, but then she gets a different wavy hairstyle later. So whenever they draw Nami in the manga, I haven't actually read the manga of One Piece, I'm just watching the anime. Draw a couple lines like this. This. But yeah, just look up Nami One Piece manga. You can see that when she's drawn, there are like layers and stuff to her hair. Yeah, you know what? I'll just yes, this is the sort of the testing room for the how to draw hair stream. Yeah, you know what? I'll just show you guys this. Okay, see, this is Nami. You can see that the layers of her hair are drawn around here, there. And then there are lines that just follow those, sometimes not. Then like up there. Yeah. As you can see from the marker strokes, everything starts, yeah, everything has to like start from the top of the head at least kind of believably, and then if you don't want to draw that many lines, and you can always add a couple more lines. Like here, there's this little strand here. I just tried to make the shape of the hair clear. Although I am just drawing like a disembodied hair. Usually I draw like a body. How do I draw body here? Okay, I'll go into this a little briefly. Depends on depends on how much body hair there is. Usually I just see, like, let's pretend this is an arm, okay? Arm. If the person has a lot of body hair, then you just this. To indicate that's what I've seen to indicate a lot of body hair. The lines have to go past the lines of the arm so that you know that it's hair. If it's Bigfoot, well, that's gonna be a whole other lesson completely. Tune in for the how to draw furries lesson. I can sort of draw the layers like this. Just have less lines than before. Okay. Here's the kinda simplified but not really version. You could probably also omit some of these lines, like. Depends on the level of detail that you want, because having to draw this all the time, as I have quickly learned, might be a total pain in the ass. Like, I make most of my own art, and I'm kind of a pain in the ass to draw. Like, low-key, the hair 8. Hair 8? Eating hair. I don't think hair would taste very good. But yeah, thank you. Have a bit more time, then add a few more lines. It rhymes. Oh yeah, that trick I showed you guys before. Finished the live action One Piece and it's good, but the manga is better. I see. I saw I saw like a TikTok of Elmo with the actor that plays Luffy. Progress so slow, I've only gotten to chapter 8 out of 80 so far. Oh, don't look at my One Piece progress bar. Please don't. It's not there. Also, this stream showed up in the Limbus Company tab of my YouTube homepage. Am I just Limbus Company now? Is that what YouTube thinks of me? Hello, it is me, your favorite Limbus Company streamer that streams only Limbus Company and Limbus Company accessories. We have Ishmael. This is absolutely relevant to the plot of Limbus Company. Yes, one of the ways that she defeated the Great White Whale is through her luscious golden hair. Oh, what did I miss? Well, we had some talk about hair layers and hair lines and just hair in general. Hair and the drawing thereof. Got this style her hair before squaring up against Ricardo and Ahab. Oh yeah, there's like a German power metal. I think they're German. There's a power metal band called Ahab, and their whole thing is about slaying that white whale. Okay, I guess for starters we could look here for the basic layers of hair. You have the front. You have the front, which is like the bangs and the other stuff that. The side, which is basically the hair that shows, and then the back, the hair that is in the back of the head. Like, the hair in the back is shaded a bit darker, and if I had time, I would probably shade the hair on the side a bit more. So, yeah, that's the gist of hair layers. Yep, it sure looks like hair. Oh, they are German funeral doom metal band. Wow. Along with its, basically they just... it's like, their stuff is like sea themed. The number of subgenres of metal will continue to astound me as long as I live. Although there are probably also like obscure subgenres of other genres that I don't know about. Wait, let me just spin a wheel right now. I found this wheel of like the weird genres that Spotify has. That's why I started using that's why I tried to use Spotify again. The website's not loading. Not the wheel of genres. Will it be peak, or will it be not peak? Will it be peak, or will it be freak? Let us spin the wheel of genres. For the music I like, I just hit up Bandcamp. I've never used Bandcamp. Library music? Is library music a genre? Spotify, I think you need to clarify what a genre is. Library music is the fascinating world of mostly unused music made for television, radio, film, or other kinds of media. So it's like ambient music? What, are we gonna get an invitation to the library? May you find your music in this place. Does elevator music count as a genre? Wait, there's like what, 5,000 genres down here, so I can't really see every single one of them. I'm still in the hundreds. Actually, there's like 6,000, but I'm willing to bet that elevator music is actually a genre in this big wheel of genres. Let's spin it again. Kill guitar. Spotify, I think we need to talk about what a playlist is. A genre and a playlist are not the same. Kill guitar is what you tell your guitar if it's getting kind of freaky. Wouldn't that be like jazz guitar or something? Lime Rancher is getting a mobile port. Oh, cool. Korean Dream Pop. Why do people say bass for bass? Okay, bass is the instrument. Bass is the fish. That pronunciation is very important. Festival. Bass festival? It's all bass to me, or bass. Oh, bass department? Okay, I think we need to go into a certain topic that I haven't touched on yet. What if the hair is in a hairstyle? Like, you know, you have, my hair is down, but what if your hair is up? Hair that is up, like hair that's in braids or a ponytail. Drawing braids is usually, like, one of the things that a lot of beginners ask about. I'm on One Piece. Oh, the bush guy! The guy that's stuck in the box! What if the subject has the hair shape of an average? Oh boy, Jotaro's hair hat! I think, Araki did give a reason as to why Jotaro's hat, blends in with his hair. Basically, it's just like, because drawing it that way is quicker. Also, I saw a guy try to recreate Jotaro's hairstyle, and he even did the whole hair hat blending thing. Like he had this hat, he cut it in half, he cut holes in the hat, and then he put his hair through the holes to make it look like his hair and the hat were blending. Okay, let's try to draw, I think it's Hongnu time, everybody. It's Hongnu time. I'm gonna draw him in this angle so that you guys can see what I'm gonna do here. So this is hair. I love the ring nurse father Hongdu more than any other Hongdu ID for some reason. Well, he looks very cool, and I haven't actually tried him yet because leveling up units in Olympus takes so long. So you have the bit where his hair is tied up. You have this. His hair is tied up pretty high, so you need to draw lines on to show where it's going, and then hair. Run out of room. Keep in mind his hair. Average barbershop floor, so much hair. Well, that's also what the floor of my room looks like, because, Without giving any sort of face reveal, I have a lot of hair. I mean, you could sort of tell from my avatar. But yes, I do have a lot of hair. And it shows. Oh, yeah, there's a long ponytail. Let's draw a couple simple lines to the show. I clean my room weekly precisely for that reason. Pretty sure I have the longest hair out of my class. Like, a lot of the, like, when I went to school, the guys weren't allowed to grow out their hair. Although, I think in pandemic times that would have been kind of difficult. Just add, like I said, just add more shapes and stuff. Like the pony, like this particular ponytail sort of wraps around itself. Our teachers don't care how we come looking in class. Well, to be fair, that's kind of how it... To be fair, like, once I went to college, you know, the restriction, the kind of stuff around that thing just sort of... Nobody really cared anymore. Of course, there was still, like, some semblance of rules, but not as strict as before. Like, I'm pretty sure the guys could actually grow out their hair this time. What I remember, it's pretty common that men aren't allowed to grow out their hair in most Asian schools. Yeah, I'd say so. Draw a face. We couldn't wear hats in my old school. Whether or not our nails are trimmed. Yeah, I'd say the hat one is pretty common. Like, one of my childhood movies, The Princess Diaries, I think, like, one of the major plot points centers around, the main character comes into school wearing a hat, and then she's forced to take it off and show that she's gotten a makeover. I think that's one of the few movies where the main character actively tries to hide her makeover. Having long hair is kind of annoying since it starts poking your eyes. I like having long hair, as you can probably tell. Like, over at the robot factory, they let us have any hair we like, and since this is synthetic, it doesn't, change anything. I just like to have it as long as I just like to have it long like this. I was... To be fair, I didn't really choose this hairstyle, but I wouldn't ask for anything else. I wanna cut my hair, but where does his neck go? Here, maybe. Here. There are some ways in which having short hair is nice, but I just never liked having short hair. I just feel naked without my hair. Some of the hair will cover, some of the body will cover the hair. Like, I'll draw all this stuff and then can't render textures. Don't worry, that's also kind of difficult. Like, when I started getting more into drawing clothes, that was like, how do I draw clothes? Well, it's just a matter of, finding the right amount of shine. So, something that's, I think, what's the term in 3D? Like, in 3D, you can adjust the shininess of something to make it look more like metal. Sort of do that too, like shading with more contrast or stuff like that. Brightness, sort of. Wait, let me just do something really quickly. I'll get back to hair later. So here we have 2 red circles, right? So one red circle is more shiny than the other. You have just to be extremely brief about it, like you have more shine, and then maybe add another highlight there. Like, see, this one looks a bit more plastic, sort of. While if I want, a bit less shiny, then of course it still sort of looks like this. You can also kind of play around with different colors and stuff. Here, like, obviously these 2 things are made of different materials. Grainy or woolly. If you're doing digital, there's like something that you could use to overlay. And if you want to add extra, looks like candy. That's true. Like, this one is the one on the left is plastic and the one on the right is candy. You feel me? Usually you would like with fur. Let's draw a carpet, okay? Something of a carpet. And yeah, I just draw those extra squigglies. This is a very small carpet. Sometimes in art, you must draw things that don't usually show. And then sometimes you have to erase all your hard work. Enough for a cat. Mhm. Still drawing Hongdu, right? How do you show that someone is evil? Well, you know, just like like with character design. Give them the kitsune eyes. Use evil color palette. Ah, the evil color palette. Okay. I'm guessing you want to make an evil character. So I cannot really say certain evil design tropes. That's really depending on you and like what you want and what kind of evil you want to portray. But you know, give them one of them menacing angry faces. Like, look at anime villains. They always have, like, some of them don't even look very villainous. Unless you want, like, it really takes a lot to pull off a character where you look at them and then it's, like, instantly evil, like, Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars. I'd say that's an example of a character where you look at them and it's just like, evil! I don't even watch Star Wars and I already know that guy's bad news. feel like this sort of, like, you know, that sort of character design only works in certain types of series, like Star Wars. Yeah, I should probably watch Star Wars. What do you mean you've never watched Star Wars? I was expecting that. Yeah, I live under a rock, basically. I very much do not have my finger on the pulse of popular culture. Why is Hongler sporting the Thumb Apprentice strip? I'm using his, like, exhibition outfit. But, yeah, I'm quickly running out of room, so... Wait, Zoomer, am I a Zoomer? I don't know. Fortunately, I have run out of room. I never populate the canvas enough to run out of space. Wait a minute, I have technology. I can move him to a place with room. Like, whenever I had sketch pads, I'd usually just like have how do I describe this? Like, one character per page, basically. It wasn't until much later when I learned about the concept of fitting multiple characters into the same page. Make bigger, make them smaller. Okay, I'll make these smaller. I'll make myself smaller. We already have the finger dexterity. Okay, so you have the... Who's a character with braids? I want to draw a character with braids so that I can show how to draw braids, because seemingly everybody wants to learn how to draw braids. I don't know who, but I'm certain there's one. Wait, let me just look it up. Anime character. Mei from Jujutsu Kaisen has like one big old braid in front of her face. Cammy from Street Fighter, her old design. I I like one where the braids are more obvious, because with Cammy, her braids are quite thin. Actually, I think that would be... Alright, let's start. Okay, I think this is fine. Let's get to drawing. Dad bought me a one-piece card as a gift, but unknowingly purchased a custom. I mean, it might look nice on display. Okay, I have a confession to make. One of the things that I can't draw is hats. I always find them... I don't think I get them right. I think I do, but then I don't. Like, you know, like, okay, I got this. Wait, no, I don't got this. First ever hat I drew was a beret, and I quite liked it. It's a beret. Okay. Okay, here's a pro tip for hats, as well as hair. Please draw the rest of the head first, so that you know where everything goes. To be more clear about this. So, hair. Alright, let's get to the braids. So, trying to look at the somewhat clear reference. Hair starts from here. Just draw the braid shapes first. As many as you like. If you're going for a more simplistic style, you could just leave it at that. You can also like draw, like, if you want it to be a bit more dynamic, draw one of them guidelines and then draw like the shapes like this. And then just erase that stuff. Erase all that dish. I have a problem, my faces are always too long. I mean, depending on your art style, that might not be a problem. The class on facial proportions will probably come, like, I don't know, way, way later. constantly adjusting that hat. Okay, now you may be asking me, how about the braid shapes? Well, think of them as... think of where the hair starts. Try to make it blended where the hair starts. Also, you might want to think about where the hair is being viewed. Like, if you might want to draw like this sort of Y thing if the hair is being viewed from the front, but if the hair is being viewed from the back, you might favor this sort of shape. Like the A. Hold on. I'll just flip it. Because it's kind of hard for me to see the other way. There you go. There. The hair tie and then whammo. Add like, you know, the tiny lines to indicate hair. And that might be kind of time consuming. Oh yeah, this character has 2 braids. To keep the shapes all the same size. Yeah, I definitely need those guidelines. They look like hearts. That's one way to think about it. I mean, braids do sort of look like hearts. Yeah, like that. eyes. Yeah, basically that goes to show like the basic shapes thing works with basically any hairstyle. Like every single one. I'm not even exaggerating. You tend to just add them as you go. Let's go early. The exams are on my ass. Okay, good luck. Thanks for coming. You can still look at this VOD later on. I'll probably do it in video form. Are you still taking donations to draw characters? Yeah, sure. I most certainly am. Okay, I'm only drawing the top half of her outfit because, well, I'm not drawing her bottom half. There we go. Done. What were prices again? $1 for a doodle, $3 for a doodle with color. I should probably add that in the description or something. Wait a minute. Go. My New Year's resolution should be to draw people facing the right. This angle's just easier for me to draw. What happens if it's 50? What if I donate my kidney? Please don't. You need your kidneys, you know? There was a cat meowing very loudly just now. Kidney, not kidneys. Well, you might might still suffer health complications with just one kidney. Okay, so yeah. And you should draw David from Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Okay, that's Cyberpunk. Let's move these guys so that there's a bit more room. Yeah, this is good for practicing hair. We can practice a different sort of hairstyle. The anime... I don't know what this is called. I don't know the name for this hairstyle, but we will attempt it. It's the sort of hairstyle that would do well to draw the hairline first. Like your one big spike and then a bunch of smaller spikes. Call that Super Saiyan hairstyle. I realize that this bit on the side is actually kind of remember how I said I used to really be in My Hero Academia, really be into My Hero Academia? Yeah, I guess it will not come as any surprise that I found Bakugo very hard to draw. Figuring out the right volume of spikes is no easy task. So, yeah, I guess what I can say is if you're going to draw spiky hair like this, try not to make all the spikes all the same size, because it's just gonna... It's not really gonna look very, natural. It's Gala from Promare. Wait a minute. What's the studio that animated Edge Runners again? Edge Runners is also by Studio Trigger. Promare is by Studio Trigger. Sonic must be Nightmare to draw then. Well, yeah, you might have a bit more experience in this if you had like a Sonic phase. I did not have a Sonic phase. Sonic, you did a lot of fan arts of the blue critter. Yeah, the benefits of having a Sonic face. I mean, I did try to draw like a Sonic character once. I tried to draw Sonic because I had a visit with some family members. One of them really liked Sonic, so I thought, you know, just to be nice to draw them, just to draw Sonic. Sonic face is mandatory for all Zoomers. At the speed of sound, got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. I keep moving on, moving to see, and there's one way to find out. Just keep on going. Wait, I need to avoid more copy strikes. You free, follow me. Be free, trust me, and escape from the city. Okay, perhaps I should move a bit further from my table. And you have Minecraft's music playing. When's the server going up? Well, I'll have to get Minecraft first. Then I'll think about making a server. I think that would be fun. We could get into Minecraft battles, start to beat the Ender Dragon, build some cool stuff. Alright, coloring time. We'll just move around some of the characters. hair. His hair and eyes are the same color. The Zoomer Council will have to review your Zoomer status. Perhaps I am old? I can't believe it. How could I possibly be old? I suppose the writing was on the wall. Alright, done. Being demoted to millennial is a fate worse than death. Okay, boomer. Okay, here he is. Wait, I forgot, like, there's this dark bit on his jacket. Let me add that. So I'm too young to be a boomer. I had this. My fingertips started hurting a bit. We tried to move everyone around so that we have enough room. Wait a minute, I could just add more room. I love technology. experimenting. I made him look like a hot fudge sundae. Slings. Okay, hair. What other hairstyles can I draw? Is there another hairstyle that you guys are curious about, curious of? Whatever the female equivalent is. Mohawk. Bald. I already drew bald! Okay, so for a mohawk, Guile from Street Fighter. Wait. Actually, I think like mohawk. Okay, when it comes to drawing a mohawk, I'll just try to be quick about it. There's like some bit of the hairline in front where the rest of the hair is coming from, and then you kind of have to... And then you kind of have to do this and then be mindful. I don't know, I'm just kind of... I'm not sure who this character is I'm copying from. His name is from a... something, like an anime that looks sort of old that I haven't seen before. Shu from Yu Yu Hakusho. Has a very impressive blue mohawk. Yeah, for some hairstyles you'll need to draw the neck. Just to know where the hair goes. The Zoomer broccoli hairstyle. Guy who's always drunk. Try to be quick with the faces. Pompadours. Like, have you ever tried to draw cars before? No, I have not. Oh yeah, he also has like facial hair. I don't know, it looks weird when I draw it. like this, yeah. That's the Zoomer broccoli hairstyle. What's the name of that hairstyle? Give me a minute. Oh, this one. Oh, that one. I don't actually know what it's called, but yes, I'll be gosh darn, that is indeed the Zoomer broccoli hair. Alright, let's give it a try. Thank you. It's straight up called Zoomer broccoli hairstyle. Okay, let's draw a generic Zoomer. Head. This, and then there's like something up here. Something like that. For this sort of curly hair, it's a bit more difficult to draw. So, I think just... Ah! But how did that happen with the hand? Right. Like, having to draw the perm stuff? Okay. Bit of a headache, but I'll try my best. Does door nose count as a broccoli hair or a triple cornet hair? No, that's a triple cornet hair. There is no other hair like it. Like, it's so special that it needs its own name. Alright, let's approach this slowly. One step at a time. The hairline first, something like this. And then, like this. I don't know where the heck the hair is coming from, but this makes sense, right? The hairstyle will probably come together once you start like coloring and shading. Like, let me just bring out the coloring and shading stuff right now. I saw somebody edit Paul McCartney with this hairstyle. It looks kind of funny. It's blue, cause why not? Okay, so here's our base color, and let's start shading. If you shade something like this, then yeah, the curls and stuff are gonna be, the shape of the hair is gonna become more obvious with the shading. And some holes and stuff, just like hair layers like that. I'll just turn it back on. There, see? With this sort of technique, you can make the text. You can call attention to the texture of the hair. Ah, okay. Let's just move that. What's that Guile from Street Fighter? The flat top? The Guile? Oh my god, I forgot that Street Fighter had a live action. They're actually gonna try to do that hairstyle. Well, to be fair, the live action version in the teaser, it looks alright. Could be worse. Yeah, there's a Street Fighter live action movie, and they're actually gonna have the and do his hair, unlike the 1994 one, which kind of pussied out of it. Like, they just gave him a boring Homelander-ish trim. But then here, they're actually trying to do the whole broom thingy. Oh, that will help us with the texture. Although Guile is already a drawing, but, you know, having the real-life equivalent would probably help. I can't wait to buy tickets with Bison dollars. That's 10,000 Bison dollars for one ticket. This movie gonna be good? Of course! I'm actually not sure. I don't know much about Street Fighter. I only saw, like, the movie trailer. Or was it like when the actors came out to promote the movie on the Game Awards? Okay, in this case, like, he has the this broom shape. Trying to make it more, like, upright. Alright, now that you have this, what you do to make it look more hair-like is to add, like, spikes and stuff. And then you erase it. And you erase the lines so that the spikes look like they're part of the hair. Like they're going down, just like, you know. Even for anime, it looks a bit more natural like that. This hairstyle is not really known for its realism, but, you know, it adds some feel. And the hairline. I see guys with this hairstyle in America all the time, really? People in America actually do their hair like that? That's crazy. Oh, okay, I'm a bit disappointed. He doesn't even have a face, because only a certain type of guy can pull that off. That certain type of guy being Guile from Street Fighter. Barber. Oh yeah, like, you're gonna need, like, ungodly amounts of hair gel too. Hair gel or hairspray? Okay, I'm not gonna draw a face because, kind of in a rush here. No need to be in a big time rush. I'm just gonna just do shading on this doodle here. What's next? Yosuke's hair? Okay, let's give it a try. Wait, no, I'm not laughing at Josuke's hair! No! Anywho, I was thinking about, like, you know, part 8? You know how part 8 they have a main character that's also named Josuke, and then he has, like, a sailor hat covering his head at all times. So, like, what? I don't think they ever take off his hat in the story. So, like, what if you take off his hat and then it's just Josuke's hair? Okay, let's begin. Ow, my... Ooh. The hand. The handle. My hand is starting to get a bit sore, but we will power through this together. I forgot to draw a chin. Oops. Add some more canvas size. Forgot we're on like part 9 of JoJo. Yeah, we are on part 9. Apparently the story is progressing pretty quickly. Last time I checked, like, the villains are onto the whole diamond stealing operation or something like that. Spoilers, maybe? I'm not sure. I feel like my description is just vague enough to... One of the results of Josuke hair is steak. Okay, for these purposes, we will be tilting the head a little bit so that you can see, you know, the whole pompadourness of it all. rhyme and sound unbreakable. It's funny how Steel Ball Run wasn't gonna be a JoJo part, but look who came crawling back. Oh yeah, I've heard those. I've heard that about Steel Ball Run. Like, the reason it's so different is because it's gonna be another series entirely. Um... It's gonna try the whole basic shape thing. Something like this, yeah? You can tell the hair sort of curls in on itself. It's a bit different looking in the way Araki draws it, but the way one might do this hairstyle, like, yeah, the hair just sort of curls in on itself. His broccoli hair of the 90s. Actually, this hairstyle is like from the 50s. Add some messy bits here and there. Did I do it right? Is Josuke gonna get me? Oh wait, I forgot something. There we go. Is Josuke gonna do me? I tried my best. Okay. Make it clear who this is. I'll try to draw like his color details. Why is the sky in Morio yellow? face anymore, but yeah, you know who this is. Wait, I want to define the shape of it more. Wait. Okay, it looked fine the first time. Let's just keep it like that. Alright, that's enough hair for today. Had a fair bit of practice. I hope I was able to show off some things. I'll take some notes about this later so that I could put it in a somewhat coherent video. I already have some notes. We have like a sort of script happening right now. And yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for coming. I will see you all. Wait, let me just put full canvas here before I go. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you guys. I will see you next time. Bye!